Yo, it's that Native J, and we're back. So these next couple episodes we're gonna make extra long, bringing it all the way down into the grand finale. So after long consideration, if I ever want to get to 500, I'm gonna have to get 500 people in here. And the only way to do that is by unfreezing more and more and more. Go ahead, open that up, make sure we can get out. And we definitely want to skip ahead a little bit and let our camp do its work. We need to get all these guys all treated up. As many as we can possibly get because we have all these jobs for them to fill now. And these poor guys are slacking in here. We're slacking down here. We're slacking everywhere now. We need tons more defense guys in here to make our defenses more effective. Honestly, we could probably go like this and start dropping all these guys off so that they work the other jobs first, and then we fill in our little haulers last. So let's do that. And then we'll go ahead and try to refill it. Looks like everybody went to other jobs already, so it is what it is. And we have 3 to fill completely before we could get this lab functioning and have it running completely. So I need as many Humvees as I possibly can get. Another thing I can do is make Humvees haul stuff if I start to have trouble hauling stuff too much, right? So we'll let it kind of work itself out for now and see if we can keep up. I feel like I have a significant amount of human haulers I could even add in production, even though it doesn't show that they're sitting AFK. It's because they're constantly doing jobs that they may not necessarily need to be doing constantly. It's just super proficient, I think, is what's going on here. Ooh, and I hear some humans, so that's good. We just need a lot. Like, the couple is not going to do anything for us. It is nice we have a free night, so we can kind of just sit here and fast forward and watch the game. So that's why I want to make these last episodes extra long. So I'm just going to kind of sit here right now and watch. So, there's two big things that we're seeing here we could do. Um, let's get some more meat cooked. We don't need to make more meat, just cook some more of it. And let's make more ice. That'll give us something to do, guys. So I feel like we should do ice first, even though we're sitting right here in front of the food. It's a sign we should do ice first. And I think the best bet here is to just fill in this whole fridge the rest of the way, because this will tell us if we build more defenses, which I don't think we are. I think um, our base is mega enough. I think once I hit 500 pop plus, and I'm just sending away all the extras, I'll be happy with myself. So, especially when all I have for humans to do is pretty much haul all this stuff now, right? So let's come in here and try to produce some more food too. But all we really need is another grill. So I think these are the grills, yeah. So boom, that's the plan. So we'll let them do that, and looks like some guys are getting frozen, like I said before, they can even get out again. Yep. Some people may never escape. So this is out of the range of our refill guy right here. So I'm just gonna move him over a couple of spaces. I may never be able to click on him again though, but that's okay. That's just where he'll be forever. We're coming up towards the end of this playthrough. I'm hoping by level episode 50, right, we will be ready to shut this place down, or just leave it as is. Maybe we'll wait for future updates if they add more things. But this will just kind of stay wherever it's at in stasis, and maybe I'll come back and play it, even off camera or whatnot, just so I can produce more humans. On the 50th episode, I'm going to finally reveal on the grand finale why we need so many humans, besides the fact we're just trying to save the world. They do benefit us in future playthroughs, and it will also encourage for replayability of the game. Man, that's night 100 right there. Here it comes. So I feel like we did really good. This 100 days, we probably could have progressed further and already be at the 500 even, especially if I didn't invest so much time moving a bunch of stuff around. And I concentrated on sealing this front area off earlier in the game. But that's okay because we were playing on easy. We got the things done we wanted, and it was great. Oh, the boys are getting wild out there. We're getting wild in here. They're getting wild out there. Everyone's gaming hardcore. My little dude's playing Roblox, so he can't be stopped. Continually leave the doors open, and that one's almost done, man. We're doing good. I say we just keep defrosting people, especially if we have these level 1 jobs still open, right? Might as well. And we'll have a lot of level 1s, double the amount. We could say 64 is a safe amount where they still have jobs. All are working or whatever. I'm even tempted to put snipers out here now. Just because I can. Oh man, more humans. So I'm just going to kind of sit here and chill again. So after thinking about it a little bit, I'm gonna take all the humans out of here on these last two, and let's utilize our builders since they're idle right now, and get this lab built. I think if we can get a whole nother setup in here going, right? That's gonna benefit us further. I want to see if we can really take advantage of how much space we got here, right? It's really weird looking, but I feel like something like that works. And in theory, it takes up less space. Yeah, it looks good in my head. That's probably one of the best ones I can think of, but I don't know. If it were you, what would you have done? Right, I don't know. I'm gonna try to squeeze these in like crazy though. Try not to think about it too hard. Yeah, I don't know what we're thinking. We should have been placing them like that all along. At least for this first area, right? For this half of the building or so, I should say. See if we can get two more in there. Maybe I should change their orientation and then it'll work out. Is that right up against the wall? It is. But maybe if we do that with this one, then that'll give the last one enough space. Something silly like that. Yeah. Let's put a power pole in there, since it's theoretically going to be a wasted space, right? Yeah. I mean, in theory, it's a wasted space. All of those guys got picked up and brought into the base. You have been kidnapped. But this is what I'm thinking here, right? Let's set all these to automatic. Maybe they will be. Just these ones won't be, right? Maybe I should wait until they're all done building them. But yeah, we'll just start hoping this place gets filled up. And we'll come add workers in later too, but for now, let's just let it do the default one worker or whatever. So what was I thinking just now? Like that, huh? Hopefully they build that first. And then that should work. Right? Right. Don't make me second guess myself. Okay. I think these rows should be built like this. We'll see how crazy we can get. Even though that makes them have to, like, it takes away a lane or whatever in a way, I don't care. We're gonna try to squeeze everything together until we're completely out of space. No matter what I gotta do. Well, not necessarily. I'm not like getting too crazy with it. I'm sure you could get even closer with a lot of this stuff. Wow. Yeah, I think there's gonna be a whole nother 3 rows. Okay. You know, that's another weird one where they gotta walk all the way around just to get to where we want them to go, but I think that's gonna work out. This one I think is gonna be the hard one to actually make work, right? Right. So let's try to do the same thing we did over there again to try to save some space, right? Oh, that's gonna make it very difficult for them to get around. They're gonna have to walk all the way around over here just to go to the enter each side. That would make them have to exit the building. It's crazy. That's crazy, but we're gonna do it. I'll put in power kinda wherever I think I can, and then just hope for the best. Like literally random like this. I don't even think we know what we're doing at this point in time in our lives. But it's happening. So I'm going to let them place everything and then we'll start setting everything how we want it. It shouldn't take too long. And then as more humans come out, they'll just come out faster and faster and faster, and we'll have a whole row of humans and we'll just be sending them away too. Endlessly. I will sell all their souls. They will be nothing but support points. Oh yeah, and then the grand finale thing and stuff too. But I think we're going to get to 500 even before we actually get to the grand finale episode, which is great. That's what we're aiming for. We want to have 500. We've already hit our goal of lab size of 10,000. I mean, it's just beautiful. Look at it. Right? Look at it. I guess we could build in a wall right here. We wanted to do that. Still haven't done that. Not too worried about it, especially at this point in time in our lives. I think we're too strong and powerful. I'm also thinking, just because I'm building over here, I want to build in a couple more power poles here, just to strengthen my infrastructure and make sure that lab stays connected. If we do anything in the future that could affect it, we'll make sure it's real good connected, right? So now it has multiple ways of power going in and out. I don't think those two are connected. So just because I can. I don't know, that looks pretty far. I think those two are connected actually now. Now that I'm looking at it. I'm just half blind and crazy. That's why the screen's been crooked the whole time. That's why the screen's always crooked. So I'm gonna check out my stats. I have been building, so I don't care about those two. We built the new grill, and it looks like, yeah, we cook about, what, 60, 70 or something like that. I want to say we were down to like 150 even. So one grill is at least producing 50 per 24-hour period extra or so. But we did take in a lot more people, so it could be like producing like 80 per day. I'm just crazy. And then like people are eating more because we're literally unfreezing people as fast as we possibly can over and over again. Which, like I said, I may stop taking in the level ones once I hit like a ridiculous amount. But another thing we could always do with level ones is we could make them haulers, and then they could do hauling jobs, and we could transition them back and forth between hauling jobs and that other stuff, whatever else they do, I forget. But we'll have a haulers academy down here. Like I hate to say it, we don't need them producing food. We do need more haulers though. I just don't think hauling gives them as much XP as actually doing like a production job. That's why I decided to do the daycare center concentration camp. Plus, another nice thing about it is they are producing food. Um, the level 2s get a boost. He is only doing at 75%. But he gets a carry boost. So when they empty the stuff, they carry more. But I do like them being able to produce their own food, so they kind of contribute to society as they flow in. And then as they leave, it's okay if the numbers drop a little bit. Like this number is pretty high right now, but if they all leave, I'm sure it would be a lot different, right? Same thing with the glowberry here. It may glowberry may even be negative because of how much we're using to unfreeze people and cook with. But it looks like literally they're pulling their own weight that much. That's how productive they are. And that's only 21 of them. So our concentration camp could literally like pay for the system to be continuous unless my computer fries itself because it can't handle how many like commands are going on at once. Oh yeah. I don't know why I would turn that off. Let's just kind of chill and keep waiting. I think to get this lab full too, I don't know how productive it'll be, but I'm going to start taking these guys out here so they can go do those lab jobs over there. And then I'll fill these guys in later, but I think that's the play here. Alright? Maybe. And I don't know if haulers are also reaching that building over there either, so I may need to reconsider how I'm going to get haulers to help, right? So we may need to just, it looks like if I build a couple haulers over here, they will help the majority, if not the whole building. And once there's 3 of each, they'll go grab their own resources pretty effectively. I could also come in here, right, and I could tell these guys purposely, like, don't transport frozen Humvees, or don't pick up things off the ground, don't take out stuff, don't refill, so don't put, stuff in things, which would also mean this, but it would mean this as well. So I could have a couple of haulers that just don't do refills. They're just collecting goods, and that's all they really do. Maybe not even moving frozen Humvees, you take them off the list for that, right? That could potentially make it to where you don't have to worry about your machines being emptied as much. And then you have teams of guys who are just refilling, you have teams of guys who are just picking stuff up. And that honestly may be all you need to make your production area that much more productive. Instead of how I have it, where they're running to get frozen Humvees. They're kind of just doing whatever they can possibly be assigned to within their circle, which is all kinds of stuff, right? These guys, I don't think will ever pick up a frozen Humvee unless someone gets frozen around here. But this guy, because these are within his range, I believe he'll get triggered no matter where the frozen Humvee is to fill that spot with the frozen Humvee, as long as the frozen Humvee itself is reachable to that character. But I never really mess with those. If you notice, through the whole playthrough, we haven't messed with that, nor have we ever used an ability of any type. So, a boost is cool. Speeds up recovery time by 45%. I believe what that does is, like, if someone's eating food or something at a table, they'll do it 45% faster. So everybody will hurry up and finish eating, right? Especially if you don't have enough tables and you're falling behind for a second. You could go, okay, I don't have enough beds and tables, so everyone's going to get refreshed faster. And I think in return, in cases like this, it would just like boost my economy, right? And that's what kind of what they mean by that load-in tip. If you've played and you've seen where you're loading into the game, there's various tips. I believe that's what they mean and why it's called a boost. Even though it seems like all it's doing is making people like rest faster, eat faster. And I'm kind of thrown off because it seems like we're not like doing efficient on turning people. So I want to see like what he's doing. Is it because he's working and he's gonna have to wait till night, and then as many at night as we can get done is how it kind of goes? Because it does seem like their jobs take pretty high precedence over their curing, their treatment. Or maybe I have to prioritize them doing treatment. Okay, there's a human. So right at night, people are stepping off their jobs, and or Humvees, I should say. They're not people necessarily yet until we cure them again into humans. But 46 is a good clump. Hopefully we can get a bunch of those guys in. And that'll bring us pretty close to 500. I mean, shoot. Our grand finale may end with more than 500 people in. We may get to 700 people, honestly. I don't know how crazy we could truly get. Especially if we just stayed playing on normal mode. It seems like we're not having too bad of a time with the game. Not enough to make me cry. I'll play a game till it pretty much just crashes to the point it's actually unplayable. Or like I can't click anything because it's so glitchy I can't like, choose any of the options or do any of the things. That's when a game is like broken to me because I don't know. I'm ghetto and old school. I'm not too bougie about my games. And I'm not super rich, so I don't have the best software and computer or whatever. So we'll take what we can. So let's see. With this big influx, I'm hoping a bunch of these guys will be ready for treatment tomorrow. And we can keep filling up this lab. I think to keep filling up this lab too better, we're going to have to do what I said. So let's be real and go, okay, we're going to move these guys over here. Let's see if does that even reach actually? Or am I crazy? It reaches some of it. They're going to have to go like a whole block over. Honestly, forget about it. What are we thinking? do 2 of them over there. And they'll still help out with like this stuff, whatever they can reach. They might not help out with that, but they'll help out with the nursery, so that's good enough. Oh yeah, I never turn on the alarm, but good thing it didn't affect us. I literally like always forget about that. I'm like over 30 minutes or something into the episode, and that would have really sucked to like lose everything or have to reload the last episode and reshoot this whole take. That'd be crazy. I always like save it at the end of every episode, so if while I'm shooting, or like you'll see where the bloopers happen, simple things like that. Sometimes I'll load back in the game just to restart, especially when I get confuzzled of what I'm even doing half the time. I'm like, why do I exist and what am I doing? Okay, now I have humans not doing anything. There we go. So they decided, I think, to fill in these jobs as they all moved over too. But that's fine. What we'll do is we'll let this fill in first now. And it doesn't look like we ended up with power everywhere. I thought I was slick. Not slick enough, clearly. Ooh, you know what? That looks pretty slick. So we'll give that a try. If not, one over here, even one over here. It's okay if stuff gets doubled up. But it looks like everyone's reaching their jobs. So that's great. And this guy's just waiting on workers. It's gonna be a good thing we did that. You just wait and see. Look at them. They're literally grabbing them one after another, dude. I wouldn't be surprised if even freaking before they could defrost, we will defrost them all, or at least have them in the freezer. Watch. Wait a minute, don't just sit there and watch. What's wrong with these guys? Oh, they're just being stinkers. Okay. These guys are gonna be flying in. And about 20 of them probably won't have jobs. So I probably will just have them help with hauling for now. Because I can. Like, we'll do this as a whole level 1 Humvee hauling group. There, you guys can work there. Oh, but I should probably wait, I guess, till I get the 464. Yeah, maybe I'll wait. But we'll come back and replace that with humans. And start getting our lab full again. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look again. Oh, well, I guess I could just do that. And then as they come in. Oh, yeah. More! We want more! I feel like I'm getting a little greedy now. Nah, we're not greedy enough. We still have pretty good positives on everything, so. We did fall under 10k, but unless I hit like 5k, like I actually spend that much, which building the little fridge up was probably pretty expensive too, just doing that. But we're on a positive incline, so we're just gonna keep cruising. Oh man, is this one not reachable? Oh, that's what happened. That ended up not getting built. Okay, whatever. That's cool, that's cool. Dude, we are almost at 300 humans. I'm hoping to have the 500 cured humans by the time we hit that grand finale. This is episode 47, I believe. So, not I believe, I know it is. I checked. Let's see here. Yeah, I think everything's cruising pretty good. I still think these guys are completely unnecessary. Just auto turrets all over for no reason. We'll just do strips of auto turrets all over the whole base. Then the zombies, even if they get in, no matter where they run, they're just being shot. All the buildings surrounded by auto turrets. So every building is a fortress. Doors everywhere, so they'll just run out the back door when the front door gets kicked in. Air conditioners everywhere. Every open spot, air conditioner. Then you would be untouchable. But air conditioners everywhere. Just rows of air conditioners out here. No walls, just rows of air conditioners. Yeah. Honestly, if you did rows like 4 wide and you made the 2 little or the 2 middle ones all the way down, just like sideways turned air conditioners, whole rows of them, I bet you they wouldn't be able to break the wall and the air conditioners before they got through. You probably wouldn't even need defenses. Just build like sets of 2 rows in boxes just perfectly around just around this. Especially if I could build it fast enough, right? Like we do with the weak attack, and right as it ends, you just start knocking everything down all right here, so that you could build these rows up, and then delete this row in between. So you have at least 3. This would give you 3, and then you could build rows of air conditioners. So even if they start breaking through, they won't get through 3 rows, 4 rows of air conditioners. I doubt it. I could see the air conditioners by themselves even doing the job. And then if you wanted, you could put some of these back behind it again, right? So you have your rows out to like here. Only build like 2, 3 rows, and then back here you put like some of these, right? Like a row here and a row here. But then it would free up the corners of your map too. If you got a supercomputer and you can just keep building and not have to worry about how many people are on your map. I won't lie though, I'm pretty proud of the camp working out. I didn't have all the faith in it, but I think this is working out good. And we just keep going up. And glowberries and pretty much farmables, carrots and glowberries. We could probably even delete some of these, man. We're just not going to. I haven't heard a human again in a minute, so I do think the nighttime day thing is a big controlling aspect for us. I'll go ahead and give them jobs here now. That's the 64. I think we're easily going to push back the 64. I'm hoping these eating spots are going to sustain us. I might stop now, to be honest, just because I really don't want anybody but humans working over here. Oh, and I was thinking, that's another thing too, is I need to wait till my labs are full again. So I'd rather have them trying to fill lab jobs. And make sure all of our lab stations everywhere in all bases have max workers. because that far east one lab isn't going to have full potential either yet. So I want these guys to all get full potential, and then we'll do that. I was also talking a lot about building guards, but I don't think we need a bunch of guards. The ones we have seem to be sufficient, and I think it's better to concentrate on having their needs met, and then you don't need guards. So. So it is official. We're going to turn these off. And I'm going to let a bunch of like whoever's ready, we're going to let them flow through. And that's it. Oops. It's getting kind of hard to click on stuff when I have it on 3 times. Or max speed, whatever that is. I want to say 3 times because this is 1, 2, 3, right? Yep, 3 times. Yeah, hopefully now tonight too, lots more people, like each night, groups of 10 plus will actually go through now because we have so many stations available. Which I'm almost positive I set them all to automatic, but I guess I haven't, so we better zoom in and check every single station to make sure it's set to automatic. I think what had happened here was I started, but then I was like, well, I better wait till they're all built. So that's exactly what's going on now. We are going to have, I don't know, 7 in this building at a time and 4 in another building. So we're going to have 11 possible treatments going on for each tier. I kind of confused myself, but that's okay. I think we recovered there. Yeah, I think we're good now. Oh wow, yeah, they're even going to be able to treat people during the day faster too now, just because there'll be more. So since we have a free night, I'm just going to kind of sit here and watch. And we're just going to hope for the best. woot woot, we just hit the big 300. So now I have more and more confidence that we can make it to 500 humans by the time we get to episode 50. Or I should say by the end of episode 50, right? So with this free night, I'm still just chilling, kind of just watching, letting things flow. As this starts to fall below, um, probably like once we hit 60, we'll just start getting more in again. Unfreeze the ones we have in the freezer, go from there. Alrighty, so it does look like we've fallen right underneath 60 about. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on. Actually, I'm not even going to turn them on. I'm just going to queue up a nice little group. this is quite a bit. Let's say 6 times 5. So that's 30 already, right? And that should keep our numbers going back up again a little bit. If I need to, I'll cancel them. We'll see how this goes. This is going pretty nicely. 0 ready for treatment, so as they're ready for treatment, those ones are getting done. That's fixed 2 now, which will help with that. And then these ones just need to be turned into humans. So hopefully we can kind of catch up on that too a little bit. It says 7 people are jobless. 7 humans. So we definitely have started gaining some traction here because of this new lab. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come in the new lab and I'm going to start from the higher level ones. Let's do the 4s. Get them pumping out. More humans. More efficiently first. And then we'll just kind of chill again. And allow more humans to be made so that we can fill this lab up. After the labs are filled, what we're going to do is try to hold a consistent flow of people. And as long as our stats are looking alright, I don't feel the need for more haulers. So, what I'll probably do is allow this and those 2 to get filled up. That may give me some idle guys here and there. But I really don't care. And then from there, all other humans will be shipped back for support points. And I think that's pretty much the end of our mega base build. Yeah. Kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm happy we saved so many humans. And I'm excited to show off where the replayability comes in and how the humans can permanently affect your game. We're almost at 500 population. That's another reason I didn't want to let up. I just don't want to let up. I'm hoping in the future they add certain buffs like extremely overcrowded and stuff like that at 200 or 500 people, right? Depending on as you have more people. But like those buffs can also give you a positive boost, right? For example, a damage boost. And specifically, I would like to see bonuses to humans, right? So that humans can better support, you can better support high level amounts of humans, but not only that, you can also use the humans to help you support a higher level of humbies and do daycare style ideas like I have done here. So ooh, it's daytime and we're still getting people to come to the light side. So that's good. We are capable and ready, I think. Oh no, we only did the 4s. That's right. But it looks like the 4s got full, right? Did we do these 4s? No, we didn't. So I guess before we confuse ourselves, because we tend to do that a lot, let's just go ahead and finish activating all the jobs. And then when it says they're full, we'll know they're full. Yeah, right. That's what we're going to do because I said that's what we're going to do and now I'm clicking on them, so. That is literally what's happening. You know, I love these city builder games, but I hate these like little tedious moments. It's the weirdest thing. But it's like addicting. Like I like it. I like setting how many scientists are going to work at each job. But I don't want to do it. But I like doing it. It's sick, man. Some sick stuff going on right now. I need help. I'm blinking. How come no one's responding? Yeah. So I guess we need more than I thought. We have a good like next 50 humans jobs planned out, and then we'll start giving people away. I don't know though, because we can't just give people away. Because then how you hit 500? Yeah. Right. Right. Oh, look at that. It's pretty progressive. Maybe I should turn another one on, just because they're slow. I'll catch up later. I just need more people ready for treatment. That's perfect. So we are coming towards the end of episode 47. Coming towards the end of the playthrough. Coming towards 500 population. But my goal is we want 500 humans. Guys, it's not the same. Which, you know, I'll count the 30 scientists. So technically I have 300 and what? 44? Sure. 43. So 343. I'll take that. No, I'm right. 344. Why am I questioning myself? I'm trying to line it up wrong in my head. That's alright. But we still need like 150. 157 to be precise. In order to get to that 500. And honestly, I'm hoping once this is done, right? Once they're done, and I just have like rows and rows of humans doing nothing but hauling, we can just send humans away like crazy. Like literally, as fast as we get humans, we could just send them away. And we could dictate how many Humvees we constantly have in the base by stopping the flow of the level 1 Humvees. So we could kind of always maintain 60 level 1 Humvees. These whatever amounts these tend to be, right? We kind of don't care. Just whenever they're ready for treatment, whenever they get processed through. And then once they're humans, they just get sent away. All access AFK humans will build up right here, and we'll just keep bringing in helicopters. So that'll probably be what episode 50 is just more sending away. I'm thinking episode 49 will be when I actually thrive to get this off the screen, right? And then level 50 will just be us sending away a ton of humans and showing what we could do with all our extra points that we earned from sending away humans. And I mean, the Mega Lab ain't going nowhere. It should always be here forever and ever. If the game updates, gives us more to do, maybe we'll come back, build more buildings and whatnot. If they make it more reasonable to have large populations. Because in my personal experience, if you have a small, efficient base, even if you're only producing one human every day, right, one extra human every day, and you have a small base, it's still efficient for what you're going to learn in the grand finale. And essentially, if I wanted to, I could always send away all my humans slowly but surely, especially with all this built up resources. We could essentially stop doing a bunch of our jobs, sending them away, shutting down the lab, I would send away all the lab guys first. Then I would start sending away hauler groups, destroying resources as I send away hauler groups, right? And then all I would be left with is my little group of builders that repair, and then essentially you keep sending away builders and break down your defenses as the threat level comes back down, and you have buildings that you've deleted completely. And then you kind of can back out and abandon a map as well, instead of having to leave the save. But I want to leave the save so I can always come back and utilize it to produce more humans. I'm so powerful at this point. I'm confident that I could leave the machines on, a lot of them, set them to where I have, 100 plus Humvees. They'll be fed, everything will be taken care of, they'll slowly get processed into humans, and I could infinitely have humans on a game that, unless this threat level does eventually rise high enough, then I really have nothing to worry about. I could just have tons and tons of people ready to go. The gymnasium is quite full at this point, so like I said, I do want to control this somewhat, right? But as they get transferred out and no more will come in, whether or not, because we have to wait for a freeze day, like we only have 32 we can even possibly bring in at this point, and then we gotta wait 2 days. So the next episode will be real chill. We'll probably be doing the same thing, just waiting for jobs to get filled by humans. We still have easily like 50 jobs, right, that need to be filled by humans. And then we need more humans to hit our 500 human mark. It is a must for our grand finale. If we can go more, we'll do more. But 500 is my goal. Or else 50 won't be the grand finale. So I'm going to go ahead and end the episode probably right before this attack actually comes, just because it'll give us something to look forward to. It'll make you want to click on the next video, right? Don't be skipping my videos. You gotta watch them all. Then you'll learn how I do all the... You'll be able to make sense of all the crazy stuff that I do. No, probably not still. But, it'll help. This guy is a madman. Ooh, that lab doesn't even compare to our new lab, honestly. I'm glad we built the new lab. This new lab is insane. It's almost inspiring to build another one that's even bigger next to it. Yeah, but I want to be able to sell humans. If I keep building stuff, I'll keep needing more and more workers. That's the cold, cold reality of it. Even in theory right now, I could probably sell humans. Start giving them away. I did that 10, but then I felt bad about it. I was like, you know what? I could have used them. I could use them now. And they're not here. Alrighty, so that's the end of the episode. Go ahead and tune back in. You'll get to watch this little attack in the next 30 seconds.